we've got all kinds of stuff going on next week at Super Famicom. I'm excited for that one. But right now, let's get into game 1 on FD. Swedish Peach.
And me personally, I feel like this is a trap for Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers really love Final Destination. They're able to, not have to worry about platforms for Nana to get caught on. She's going to drop down from the Angel platform and taunt on a platform. But Peach is so good on this stage, specifically versus Ice Climbers, that I feel like as an Ice Climbers player, you have to concede this stage. Don't use it as your opening. Don't use it as your counter pick. If Peach plays the matchup correctly, she's going to hard win on this stage.
Do you think it's just the ability that she has to wall on this stage?
Not necessarily that. I feel like one of the strongest things that Ice Climbers have against Peach on platform stages is the fact that Peach can't actually approach when they are underneath a platform. Ice Climbers, and especially DizzkidBoogie and Drunk Sloth, are really, really good at this, especially where they'll stay underneath one of the side platforms, they'll desync Nana and throw the Blizzard, and then do a full hop with Nana and throw the Icicle block so that the Icicle goes through the platform, and that really traps Peach from being able to approach. She just has to throw turnips at that point.
DizzkidBoogie implementing an interesting strategy of trying to catch and release the turnips for himself. Saw him do that on the last stock too, and it almost cost him his Nana.
I think if you want to get serious about beating Peach as a character that doesn't have the best options, you're going to have to learn how to grab turnips. I feel like that's the one thing that's going to really give you that extra little bit of advantage versus Peach, is if you learn how to take away one of her strongest options, which is turnips, make it your own.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I used to play Peach, when I first started playing the game, my first character was Peach. I was playing against Black Chris when we were first starting out, and I got a Stitch Face, and I threw it at him, and he caught it, and then he proceeded to kill me with it 3 times. So one Stitch Face, took 3 stocks with it. I was obviously super bad at melee, but it taught me a lesson, and it's the fact that you can turn those weapons against Peach in the right circumstances.
Really good. Swedish is able to get the smash DI on the down throw down air. That's really difficult, actually. It's not trivial to get out of that setup, and if they do get it, it's a free wobble.
Swedish has been like an absolute shark on Nana. As soon as Nana's been in danger, he has been letting her have it.
It's nice because Nana doesn't have any sort of DI, right? So all you do is just low cancel neutral air at them, and it's just free. And yeah, just that one mistake, and there goes the stock. But as I was saying, Nana has no DI. All Peach has to do is just full cancel Nair across the stage, and Nana is dead. And the nice part about it is that if Popo ever tries to come at you, because the full cancel is so safe, you can just switch it up by doing a full cancel bear to keep Popo away and switch back to Nana immediately. That's one of the things that makes Peach really good at this matchup, is that she's able to switch targets really, really easily because of flow canceling.
Sopo against the world here on FD.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I feel like it's been done before, even at a high level, but Swedish has just been playing so well. I really don't expect him to make any sort of, well, I say any sort of. He would have to make 8 critical mistakes in order to lose this match right now.
There was just not enough time for Popo. Even though Sopo had that good forward air, it just wasn't enough hit stun for him to get back down to start another punish.
Poor Ice Climbers, they lose and they don't even clap. They just cry. They're just like, aww.
All the other characters have a respectful... And Mewtwo King, sorry, I said Mewtwo King, but Mewtwo, even Mewtwo's clap is a salty looking clap, but he's still clapping.
Yeah.
Somebody decided that, the Ice Climbers, they wouldn't clap. They would just cry.
They would just cry. Those poor souls. Oh, my goodness.
Getting started off right here in the game 2 for DizzkidBoogie if you're an Ice Climbers fan.
I feel like sometimes you're okay, if I get on a platform, it's going to be you feel a lot safer on a platform, because it's really difficult to keep Nana together and synced on something so small as a platform like that. But DizzkidBoogie, being the expert that he is, was able to convert a wobble off of that. I feel like Swedish maybe got a little bit baited into feeling he was safe at that point. Ooh, if I feel like he missed a float cancel Nair there, did the full hop instead, Nana would have been dead at that point. And that's it.
Nana is goodbye. She's gone. Deleted.
Yep.
Sopo trying to maintain the lead, just get as much damage as you possibly can.
Yeah, surprisingly, you get decent damage off of a grab. Popo, if he gets that grab, the down throw, dash attack, up air is actually a pretty good damage dealing. It's just that Ice Climbers need a lot more than just 30% in order to be able to take care of Peach. And I want to note one of the things, he hasn't really pulled it out in this matchup yet, but DizzkidBoogie has a lot of different recovery options with Sopo that I feel like a lot of other ice climbers don't utilize nearly as well. He'll drop down really, really low and use the full height of his double jump and up B to be able to grab ledge, something I don't see a lot of ice climbers do. Really unique in some of his recovery options. I feel like, yeah, getting down there in that pit would be dangerous.
They're both doing this thing where they're not outright. They were both doing this thing where they weren't outright waiting for the stage to transform. They were just kind of like getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer.
I mean, if you want to dance, I'll dance.
By the time the stage was going back into this actual stage of Pokemon Stadium, they were already fighting.
Yeah, and this is going to be a Nana kill right here. Just take care of her.
Yeah,
and the other thing as well is Nana's double jump is very predictable as well. I couldn't tell you what the exact timing is, but you know when it's coming. You get that experience in the matchup, and you're able to just down smash. Big mistake there by Peach floating just like right by the platform, and Popo was able to wave dash in and just get that down smash. Ice Climber's down smash really, really fast. I believe it comes out on frame 4.
And it smacks too. It kills really early. A lot of people don't. A lot of people underestimate how powerful it is. Oh, could he get the wobble here?
Got the smash DI again. Yeah, it's a giant hammer though. Of course, it's gonna hit hard.
If you get a grab here, yes.
And that's it.
And the look on Swedish's face says it all. He looks like he is watching Vanilla Sky.
No, he's wiping his hands, maybe take a sip of water.
Look at that! Look at that stone face.
I mean, when you're a professional at this point, you have to deal with getting wobbled. It's just, it sucks, but this is just another day in the office.
When you're getting wobbled, you have to close your eyes and go to your happy place, like in Happy Gilmore. You gotta just close your eyes and go somewhere where something else is happening, something positive in your life, something that brings you good memories and good joy. You don't want to fall down the dark hole when you get wobbled. You don't want to start.
Yeah, you don't want Shooter McGavin turning up into your happy place.
Exactly. You don't want to start
kissing your grandmother and just wrecking the whole place. You just
you don't want that. You also don't want to start getting the sugar sweats. Like, you know how some people when they start getting really salty or when they start getting really frustrated with match, their eyebrows get that like glint of sweat on them.
Oh man, it's like they get like a little bit red. They just look like they've like, I don't know, they look like they might pass out or they might just throw a controller. Like, I like that, getting the up air in order to guarantee the kill instead of having to wait for an extra like 4 or 5 neutral airs in order to close out the stock.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To me, the stage was a huge factor in that game. We saw the Ice Climbers have way more opportunities just because, like you were saying, with the platforms, it just gives them an extra dimension. And yeah, Peach is going to have the ability to get to that platform and down smash as well, but it gives you a lot of movement.
I want to note that 3 of those stocks were taken because of how DizzkidBoogie used the platform. The first one, he got the wobble on the platform. The second one, he was down smashing while Peach was floating through the middle of the platform. Oh, and there it is. He messed up the smash DI. Here. Like I said, it's difficult.
And Swedish's face right now as he gets wobbled looks exactly like my face when I saw DizzkidBoogie was not wearing any shoes again today.
Well, he's gone barefoot?
He is completely barefoot.
The barefoot warrior.
He is begging to get ringworm.
He's trying to channel his inner Ryu, man. Ryu travels the world and he doesn't wear any shoes. He's just trying to become the strongest warrior, okay?
Yeah, I guess, but eventually Ryu gets to like a lake or some kind of giant ocean. He's got to get on a boat or a plane, and I guarantee you that the captain said, hey man, you ain't going nowhere unless you got paperwork and some dang shoes. Even he's got those Kempo karate sandals. Like, I just can't have him up here.
Listen,
if
he tried to walk in somewhere and they're just like, dude, no shoes, no service, you would just have to shoot a single Hadouken and just be like, say that one more time.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, that's actually how 90% of the fights in Street Fighter start. They just say, Ryu, you can't be in here without wearing any shoes. And then he goes, the answer lies in the heart of battle. And the kid in the back just starts going crazy.
Dude, the background people in Street Fighter get hyped.
Dude, that's the one thing I wish that Melee had that Street Fighter has. Background people going nuts.
Oh, man. Yeah,
that's why. They experimented with it in Smash 4 and Brawl by having the villagers.
Yeah,
in the
town city.
Yes, exactly.
It's nice. It's fun.
And speaking of going wild, Nana, off to the side there, gets caught out of position. Oh, holding Skittles is DizzkidBoogie. He's got nothing left.
That was spooky. Oh, wow. Where did he grab the turn? He did a wave dash back, and he was able to grab the turnip during the wave dash back. That was crazy.
Yo, I'm going to be honest with you, Ziff. every single time DizzkidBoogie has grabbed the turnip out of the air, it has ended in him getting hit with that turnip anyway and also taking more damage. So I don't know, maybe something to look at.
Well, I'm not a work in progress.
I'm not an Ice Climber's main, not a tactician.
It's like when Fox misses his ledge dash. You don't stop ledge dashing because you killed yourself one time. You keep doing it until you get it right. But one thing to note is that different characters get more mileage out of turnips, right? Some characters, they want to grab the turnip and just drop it because their throw animation with an item in their hand is so long that they can't get it out of their hand. They're stuck in shield. They can't shield grab because they're holding something. They can't do anything, and they're stuck holding this turnip, waiting for an opportunity to be able to throw it for, like, the 25-frame animation or whatever. Martha's a prime example. When he grabs a turnip, most of the time you just want to drop it because him throwing the turnip just takes so long, the animation.
A lot of people don't realize that different characters have different, basically throw movesets. Like, Falcon is notorious for having, a pretty good throw.
Well, not just that. There is the drop, there is the throw, and there's the smash throw as well. And all three of them have slightly different animations.
Swedish's face, as he gets wobbled, looks exactly like mine.
Yeah,
when I house DizzkidBoogie and he gets in the bed, my guest bed, wearing no shoes that he's been wearing in the venue all day.
Hysterical. I do want to note that at that point, though, Swedish was at 85, 90%. I feel like getting wobbled in that kind of situation is not so disheartening because, I mean, a down smash probably would have killed at that point anyway.
Right.
And you're not taking that much percent, and there's no way you're gonna mash out of it, right?
It's like when Puff rescue at 150.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, could have just spared me, dude.
Ooh. Using that good Nair slap slap pressure.
The Nair slap slap, a common tactic invented by Ziff on GameFAQs in 2006.
I was on Smash Bros. By that point. But really dangerous, though, to do against Ice Climbers just because of, after the slaps, you can definitely get shield grabbed. You basically are hoping that you're hitting Nana. But in this situation, one of the underrated tool sets with Ice Climbers, versus Peach especially, but just in other matchups in general, and I feel like one of the the Phantom hit, wow, the ultra spacing, and he was close enough to the ledge to get the handoff, and that's going to be it.
DizzkidBoogie in the lead now for the first time in this set. And are they going to be able to see it?
Are we?
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
There is your Barefoot Warrior.
The bare feet of DizzkidBoogie on the dirty floor of the venue.
DizzkidBoogie Ryu in the house.
Sammy's face is my face when he tries to get in the guest bed at my house after wearing no shoes in the venue all day, walking around on broken glass and dirty needles out here in Atlanta.
Not in this area. We're in a nicer area. This is the Cobb Galleria, okay? Oh, wow. I don't know what happened there. I did not expect Peach to land on the platform. I'm not going to lie. Felt like the platform was high enough, but there you are. Regardless, a clean 50% on Peach. All the dot eyes.
Super read attempt there by
and unfortunately, Nana was going to dash back. And one of the things that Ice Climbers and you playing against Ice Climbers have to understand is that when Nana is far away from Popo, there's different types of how decent she is, right? Sometimes all she has to do is just walk back to you and she's already there. But sometimes she has to dash and she has to go through that long stop dash animation where she just slides to a stop for 10, 15 frames or something like that. And it's really easy to be able to go in on that because they're not going to be able to get the wobble in that point. But right there, you just get a raw wobble with both Popo and Nana right next to each other. That's 10 out of 10. DizzkidBoogie is going to get it.
DizzkidBoogie wobbling away. Swedish looking in his pockets for his anti-wobbling gloves.
He's looking around for an answer, and he's not finding it.
Not finding them.
Oh, no.
Looking at getting wobbled again here, but he gets out with a crispy nair.
And you saw, just as I was talking about, you do the flow cancel neutral air, Popo comes, flow cancel back air, switch back to Nana, flow cancel neutral air. You just switch back and forth.
Kyle with some, a.k.a. DizzkidBoogie, with some full-body Mario Kart style punish game there.
He's trying to use the motion.
He was trying to shake the Joy-Cons. There he goes again.
That's the pro strats in Mario Odyssey. Those are the speedrun strats right there.
Yeah, that's so funny to me. It's like the most casual control scheme. We make all the ATs on the motion control.
Just sit there like you're drumming, just.
Why does Peach like this stage against the Ice Climbers?
I think this is just. I don't think it's necessarily that it's really good versus Ice Climbers. I think it's more that this is just a good stage for Peach. You have top platform, which is accessible by up B from the ground, which is super important. Peach has no other way to get to top platform quickly other than up B, and the only stages that it works on is on Yoshi's and on Fountain. You have a smaller stage so that you can apply more pressure and that people can't run away from you with good movement options like Ice Timer's Wave Dash. And then on top of that, it's a high ceiling so that you don't die off the top as easily. Granted, 140%, you're going to die anyway on any stage. Probably on Dreamland. Ooh, the neutral air was a choice there.
Splits them apart there with that nair right in the middle. Could be looking at a 5-game scenario here. If Swedish
yeah, Swedish is doing really well. He's staying, as soon as Anana's out of the picture, he's staying really aggressive on Popo, just trying to get him out as quickly as possible. That was bad. That was a bad move, but luckily was able to get out of the chain grabs setup.
He's putting a lot of pressure on the
yeah,
ice
he's content just hitting shield over and over again until a point where he's going to get a guaranteed shield stab. He's going to be able to hit one of them with the forward air, and then at that point it's just free game. And even then, like the light shield on Popo is getting to a point where it's getting too small.
Squallhammer finds a way to get back.
Down throw dash attack. Depending on DI, that's a guaranteed combo as well. Character percent specific.
RNG, Swedish Delight ties it up with Dizzkid Don't Wear Shoes.
I just...
You just keep looking at him, right? Look at the bottom.
I feel a certain way about it, not because like... not because like I'm like, oh, like, you know, that's disgusting, what the hell. It's like I feel bad for it. Like, this is... Listen, like, you've had 300 nerds walking around this entire venue, tracking in God knows what from the rainy outside.
Hey, when I go to nationals, there's guys that won't even fist bump me after a game. They're that conscientious about what's going on in this tournament. I feel like walking around, no shoes on, you're like begging to get staph.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Hey, what's the quickest way for me to get staph infection? I'm not, dude. Let me tell you something, Dizzkid. You're not Canadian like Ryan Ford and none. You don't have free health care.
Yeah, you can't be taking
You got to
these
be
kind of
wearing
risks.
shoes. You got to wear shoes, man. That's what we call a callback in the industry, Brandon. Keep up.
Trying to drop some industry knowledge onto the streamer. And I like this this use of up B with the ice climbers. It looks kind of cheese, but it's actually really effective. Really, really high priority. Nana's like completely invincible for a long duration for it. So they're really good actual ledge stall options that ice climbers have using the up B. You'll use the up B and regrab ledge with Popo, and Nana will like pop up onto like the platform, but you're invincible because of the ledge grab, and she's invincible because of the up B animation. And it just ends up being a really good option for them.
Trying really hard to get that grab there. Comes up short twice and takes 20 damage for it.
And again, these hammers are putting in work. This is the thing that people underestimate about ice climbers. They're not just wobble masters. They have good tools in neutral. Back air is really good. Up air is really good. They're high priority,
highly
damage.
Mobile.
Yes.
But that wave dash is not short.
And just fast moves as well. Down smash is really fast. Forward smash is pretty fast for a smash attack.
Dizzkid went out there to save his girl. Will it cost him his stock?
Trying to use these forward airs to kind of keep Peach from gunning in for free, but not working out. Peach just pulling out turn-ups. I like that, using the Toad to just stall out there so that he can stay out there a little bit longer against Angel platform invincibility.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot in this set.
Yeah, Peach will do that a lot. It's oh, that was really smart. He did the desync on Nana, got her to charge a forward smash, and then walked off the platform so that Nana would drift with the hitbox of forward smash, trying to bait Peach into it. But Swedish really intelligently was able to avoid that little gimmick.
Nana gone again. Swedish has just been so effective at getting rid of Nana.
Try to do that ledge hop forward air.
Oh.
And oh wow! So the last little bit of active frames on that neutral air was what cleaned out that stock. And Dizzkid down to the last stock.
Doesn't take much other than 2 wobbles, but you're talking about a character who's hard to grab.
One of the things that happened right there when Dizzkid came down from the Angel platform is, oh no,
Dizzkid slides
just forward air right off.
Game 5, 3-2, and a handshake.
And
Swedish
Delight. Swedish has survived the Icy's gauntlet.
Peachish Delight taking it over the world's most average looking white guy.
Why
DizzkidBoogie.
why is he still playing Chi? Why doesn't he just become a Peach main?